Welcome to the channel, let the good vibes flow. This digital garden is a place for us to grow. Just vibing on the frequency, no need for disrespect. It's all about that harmony, a positive effect. So find your peace and settle in, leave the noise outside. Just chillin', just chillin'.
Right there. What it do, y'all? What's happening? It's your boy Day One and Live 420. John Doe in the building. What's happening, y'all? You know what I mean? Told you it was gonna go on at 8 o'clock, man. I know it's gonna. Nah, man, just chill, though, man. I was back relaxing. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, shit, I gotta go live. Nah, but y'all up to, man? Hope y'all smoking good. Let me go ahead and put this link up, then tag it into the chat. I know Levels was on earlier. I don't know if he's still on. If he's still on, I might start streaming a little bit of his stuff. But the link is in the chat, y'all. Let me go ahead and pin it in the chat. What's up, Sneaky? You know what I mean? You always be on point, man. Sneaky always on top of it.
Hey, to the honorary co-host.
Yeah, you know, yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Honorary.
Yeah, that's the honorary co-host right there.
Keep them in check in that chat.
Yeah. They're gonna have to give her some more power so she can be in there checking motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go. You gotta go. You timed out. You know it. Man, hope you're having a good Thursday, though. I'm just chilling, you know what I mean? About to roll something up. As always, got to get right.
I'm over there, got the munchies, man.
I see.
Dr. Lee B, what up?
Dr. Levy in the building. You know what? Let me see. I'm gonna go take a look at this pink cloud. Let me see if there's a couple choice buds that are kind of dry. Just chilling. All right, real quickly, you guys know this is 18 and up show. If you're not 18 and up, please get up out of here. Now, all the music being played is for educational purposes only. This is a documentary educational live. So, oh shit. Have something else. With that being said, let's keep it rolling. But yeah, so I took a few choice buds, like you know how I like to take some smaller buds that are at the very bottom. And you know, on the pink clouds, I didn't have many smaller buds. You know, this is probably like the smallest that I got in buds. You know, as far as a few, there might be a few other small buds deep within, but most of it, you know, I trimmed all that out and made sure it was right. But I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna trim this up real quick, and you know, this will give me a little small taste test of what pink clouds is gonna be like. You know, nothing too special, but this will give me a rough draft. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like, okay, you know, now I'm not expecting this to taste, you know, perfect. I'm expecting to get high off of it. I'm expecting to taste a little bit of the flavor, maybe a little bit of, still might taste a little bit of a leaf.
A little bit of chlorophyll though.
Not much, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, this is the bottom buds. So, you know, I do this all the time. And this gives me a good idea of what the bud's gonna taste like.
Yeah, sir. G420, what up, man?
Yo, G420 was happening. Yo, it was a busy Thursday today, man. There's a lot of lives going on, man. There's a lot of lives. The bass drop keys was live. Levels was live. Um, there was somebody. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, yeah. Somebody. There was another person that was live. I was watching their lives as well. You know what I mean? So it was a busy Thursday, man. Getting to go into this weekend. Now, off the rip, this smells good as I'm trimming this. You know, pink clouds always smell good, though. You know what I mean? It's been smelling good for some time. Yeah, I was watching, seeing growing Old's greenhouse as he was showing it live on Levels. Man, he got some monsters in there, dude.
Booming, man. Them Afghan Durbans, man.
Bro,
I'm trying
yeah,
to pop, man.
that brought me to my next decision though. I'm going to go ahead and pop. I'm going to pop another Panama Red, and I'm going to pop some of the Grown Oats Durban Poison. Now I'm probably only going to do since they're going to be regulars for the Durban Poison, I'll probably pop two of them just to make sure I get a female. You know what I mean? And then I'll just pop one Panama Red since it's a fem. So, just for some redemption on myself for that Panama Red, I still got going. I haven't cut it down yet. And I don't think I'm going to cut it down. I think I'm gonna ride it out. But I am gonna start another Panama Red and then a couple of Durban Poisons. And that would just be something that I'll be doing. I'll probably have them in my other two tents as they get bigger. You know what I'm saying? I have two and a half by fives. Uh, both they're all currently in use, but we'll see. We'll see. Yo, check this out. So on the trays, guys, on the trays right here, it has this little spot that you can just dust stuff off and it comes right off. So like if you broke some shit down, you don't want it, you can just dust it right off. It's pretty dope because I just take it to the trash can. I just
Nice little
wipe it off on the edge and
function.
just falls right down in the trash or wherever you want to get, or even if you're like rolling a joint or something, and you want to just right off here, you can just dump it off in there and roll it, put it in the joint. So, it's to each his own. Also, I thought about it more. It's like, nah, you already got those. I thought about it being a coaster, a coaster for my drink. But no, that's really like for your grinder. You're grinding, and then you got your joint slot or your
You can sit a grinder there. You can sit concentrates there. You can sit anything.
It's all kind of things there. I kind of got my cones right here, and I don't really use a grinder much. Like I probably will have to use a grinder on this right now, but most of the time I like taking my time. And yes, it does take a little bit more time to grind up the wheat with your fingers, but I like being able to do that. That gives me a sense of the texture. It lets me know like how dry it is. Like, do I need to dry it longer? Or do I need to, if there's things I need to change up. So for forever, always learning. You know what I'm saying? Forever, always learning. Never
Man,
stop.
that's what you should be doing as long as you're alive, man.
Man, experiencing and learning and giving love and giving information and trying to help out the next wave. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it is. Just spreading the knowledge. You make mistakes and then you learn from those mistakes and you bounce back. And on your next run, you make sure you don't make that same mistake again. Because we all know the definition of insane. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't going to, continue to go over that. But we all know the definition of insane. And, we ain't insane, but we can be a little crazy sometimes. But again, I do appreciate everybody who's rocking with us this evening. I do appreciate it. I thank you guys for always keeping it real and rocking with us, and conversing with us, asking questions, showing your grow, like don't hesitate. if you got seedlings, the lights are on, you having some issues, some problems, like ask the questions. This is what we're here for. We're here to answer questions, get help from the community, see what's going on. Don't be in the background like, man, I want to ask this question, but I don't want to feel stupid, or I want to show my girl. I don't want people to laugh at me. You know what I'm saying? And say, oh, no, that's not what we're here for. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we want to be modern day bullies, we wouldn't be asking people to come up and show they grow just to bash them. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a community of a community that has a wealth of knowledge about this plant and just other things. So, don't be scared, y'all. Step up, show them grows, come up, smoke a joint with us, blow a bowl with us, hit a dab with us. Ask them questions, even in the chat, ask them questions. Beans to Blaze, I see you. What's happening? You know what I'm saying? But that's what we here for each other. You know what I'm saying? So don't forget that. Don't forget that, because when y'all up and show y'all plants and shit, and I see things, and then I ask questions, and I'm like, oh damn, look at that. You know what I mean? Oh, that's how they did that. Oh, I'm gonna think about that. Or I'm gonna experiment with that. So yeah, every bit of knowledge, every bit that is put out here is good, because you never know what person is out there that's needing that same help, or has a similar question, or whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? So, and then guys, make sure we are respectful to the people who do decide to come up, show their grow. You know what I mean? Be respectful for them in the chat. You know what I'm saying? It is already scary enough to come up and to show your grow. People already are conscious about their grow.
Be respectful, man. Just act your age, man.
Yeah, there's a lot
All
of
that motherfuckers come online and start acting like children, man.
right.
Your age, man.
So we ain't about none of that. You know what I'm saying? And and trust me, I've been scrutinized. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you said this has nitrogen in it. Ha ha, you're wrong. You that doesn't have nitrogen. Nice try. You know what I mean? People blasting me for fucking little mistakes I make. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I gotta be perfect. I never said I was a master grower. I never said I was the most knowledgeable grower. I never said anything like that. I say I'm learning every fucking day from everybody. I don't care if you're a novice. I don't care if you're a person who's been growing their whole life. I can learn. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, man.
Yeah, don't let that discourage you guys. You know what I'm saying? There's more good people with good knowledge out here than it is people trying to bang on you and clown you. You know what I'm saying? And if people are out there trying to do that in this chat, you know what happens? They get kicked out. You know what I'm saying? So, just want to set that record straight for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a channel, this is a live where anybody who has questions about their grow, about any topics that we're talking about, can come up and do that. You know what I'm saying? So don't be scared, y'all. Trust me. I was scared too. My first times, when Growing Oats telling me to come up, you know what I'm saying? And, oh, come show your grow. We watch your videos, you got some good plan, but you're scared though. It happens. I get it. But just know that we all are a canna fam here, and we've all experienced some of the same things with our grows. So, don't feel like you did something. It's like, nah, it's all good, man. I've overwatered, I've underwatered, you know what I'm saying? Overfed, underfed, cut down early, you know what I'm saying? Mistaken, this for that, you know what I mean? So yeah, it happens, guys. That's a part of who we are, though, we can bounce back from that.
Yeah, man. Sneak's got a question. You want to get it, or you want me to get it?
Watch about living soil. So is that what wormhole does with his babies? Oh, okay. So okay, you can somewhat say that he has living soil, but he uses his worm castings and he uses compost. So essentially, I guess you could say that's a living soil, because the microbiology,
it's alive.
yeah, so I mean, what people would say, like, if you want to go with the typical living soil is, when you have your soil that has, you have worms in it, you have things.
It has macrobiology in it, and it has microbiology in it.
Yeah,
That, to me, it makes it living soil.
Yeah, so one thing breaks down and feeds this another thing, which then breaks down and is available to the plant. And you have your veg, you have your flower, all of that is dependent upon your plant. The necessary nutrients are there all along, and yeah, you're gonna add teas and boosters and things like that. But essentially, you just changing the light cycle with your living soil, and it's there for the plant to start thriving. Everything is working with each other, from the cover crop to the water that you're putting in there that's helping things break down. So yeah, it is one in itself ecosystem. Me, I have like a super soil type of deal where I'm mixing and reusing my soil, which is living soil is reused, but
I was just about to say, living soil can also be considered a super soil.
yeah, it can
Considered
be.
on how it's being amended.
Right, right. And like what JD just said, depends on how it's being amended. Because people who got living soil that never that just takes the plant out and then puts another one right there without disturbing the soil, they have the biology already in the plant, already in the soil.
Yeah, it's
So when they
called
cut that down,
no-till.
that just breaks down. Yeah, no till, it breaks down and it's ready for the next plant to be in there, and it's ready to do its thing, no matter what stage it's on.
I
So,
mean,
chat, if there's anybody else out in the chat that has more information regarding living soil, don't be scared to put it in there. You know, I thought about I thought about doing living soil. I thought about like, okay, let me check out the build the soil way. You know what I'm saying? And just the Klapman's Klutz or Klutzman Klatz. Sorry, I can't pronounce the name. Or his mechanism, the way he does it. So there's a lot of methods out there, proven methods that actually work. But it's to each his own, and you never know. What was I watching today? I was watching another live where they actually were at the microscope and they were zooming in on somebody's compost or something, and they were showing all the things in there that are good, that and actually seeing some of these microbiology actually swimming through and eating some of the things, and actually, seeing it suck up something, to the inside, like a living fucking creature in the soil. It's
well,
crazy. You know what I mean? It was crazy.
that's what
So
I'm saying. At the micro level, all soil is living soil. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get technical with it, at the micro level, all soil is living soil because it all has microbiology in it. Now, certain soils are more living than others, or more enriched, you know what I'm saying, than others. You muted, bro. Can't hear you. Okay. Like for house plants to be super healthy? Yeah, man. My mama used to love having them house plants.
I bet that was my daughter who was calling.
It's all good. I didn't know if you was
See me over there
didn't
being a
know you
meat.
muted or not. Yeah.
Yeah, my kids, good kids. I'm just calling dad to see how you doing. I haven't talked to you.
Baby, if you're planting outside, you definitely got to live in soil.
Oh yeah. Like I said, there is variations of living soil, super soil. Um, yeah, there's different levels to it. You know what I mean? I guess you can call it different levels of
Yeah. Well, I
how.
said different enrichments.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I'm like partially I guess living soil a little bit, but I'm really the super soil because mostly my amendments is dry amendments that I'm putting in there.
Right.
And yeah, I am using compost, which I created, and and I'm purchasing worm castings. I was using I actually dumped all those worms into my compost, you know what I'm saying, that I had before, which they probably all dead in there now. But that's kind of how I got a living soil, but it's really a super soil because I don't really have I don't have like cover crop. I don't have that. I'm not chopping and dropping, you know what I mean? Like they do with some of their stuff. So I mean I probably could, I guess, but last time I did some chopping fan leaves and put them in there like as like a cover crop, I got too much fungus growing.
So has arsenic. I mean, it all depends on how much, what level you're talking about.
I mean, the thing is, you're learning it now.
Arsenic can be in soil, like we were saying. It all depends on what type of levels are we talking about. There are
What is
harmful levels
arsenic?
and non-harmful levels.
What is arsenic? I kind of got a general idea, but you want to
Arsenic
rephrase?
is like a heavy metal.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But let's look it up. Just so y'all can say JD don't be
Yeah.
talking that fast. JD said it's a heavy metal. Let's see what Google says. What is arsenic? Arsenic is a natural chemical element, a metalloid, and a well-known poison that exists in two main forms, inorganic and organic. It is found in rocks, soil, water, and air. That's what arsenic is, people.
Yeah. I will help her. Yeah, I will help her.
So it is a natural chemical, snakes. It is a metalloid, like I said,
Rat poison.
and it is a well-known poison. There
That's
are
okay. So
inorganic and organic forms of it. It's found in rocks, soil, water, and air. So essentially, the entire planet.
Oh, and I also thought about throwing up a Chad times the Twin Peaks that I got from wait, no, it's the Chad times OG4, I believe. One of those. I was thinking about throwing one of those films up too from THC Garage. Thinking about, don't know for sure yet though. All right, let's see what this pink clouds is all about.
Dizzle, what up, boy?
D in the bait in the place to be. What's up, player?
Do this down right quick. What's up, definition of character? What do you mean? Why, Dr. Levy? It's a natural phenomena. Yes, arsenic can be a natural phenomena, and it can also be a unnatural or unnatural phenomena.
Something like a
Meaning it can be created by man, and it can also be found in nature. just like water is a natural phenomenon, but it also could be recreated by man. You know, H2O.
Yeah. So for the initial pink clouds, tastes really good. It just has that,
Okay.
just that good flavor, good quality flavor. But it is still moist.
Yeah, you got a full cure on it.
Yeah, these are dry a little bit more, of course. This has a good taste though. Still a little harsh, but not too bad. The idea is that I can taste what the flavor is going to be like, and it's going to be very tasty, and it's going to be potent too.
He means the characters of arsenic. Yeah, I already said it was poisonous. At certain levels, it's definitely poisonous.
Yeah, man, this is actually pretty good. As I'm smoking, this shit's going to be good, heavy. I can tell it's going to be one of them hitters. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Okay. Y'all already know the motto, man. Wipe y'all feet before y'all step through our door. Hit that like, hit that sub, spread that love.
I'm gonna
Everybody,
make
sub
you.
up to everybody in the chat.
I'm gonna make you a
Support the
shirt.
community.
That's exactly that.
Spread love, not hate.
Yep. Make a shirt.
Each one, teach one, man. That's how we grow.
Oh, ID, you feeling good over there, huh? You on back to back?
What are y'all?
He said, "This is my second back to back coffee with teacher."
I drink
And it
coffee
cheers,
with
fellas.
texture.
You know it. He said, "And ladies, my bad, SD."
Just harvesting, so he got coffee, he got texture and edibles over there now, but
ID doing
stop.
it big over there, bro. Shout out to ID, man. Came into the game blazing. You know what I'm saying? Came
Yeah.
into the game taking off like a rocket, bro. Shout out to ID, my man. That man's got the best energy that I can pop that comes around. You know what I'm saying? When I be checking his videos out, it just turns my days all the way up. You know what I'm saying? He be chopping it with the ladies, but he be chopping it with us too at the same time. Shout out ID, bro. None but love. If y'all ain't checking out ID 3797 ID, go check him out, man. Go sub up to him. Make sure you check out his videos, bro. My man is doing his thing, bro. Straight up. He is doing his thing. She said, make love, not war. Hey, we just gotta, you gotta tap on good things that's happening in the community. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's always so hip to tap on to something negative in the community. So I want to spread that positive in the community. So take a look at my man ID and what he doing, man. Nothing but positivity. That's what we doing, man. So shout out to him. Go check him out, y'all. That's what we're gonna have to start doing, man. We're gonna have to start giving out highlights. We're gonna have to have a segment, say community highlights. You know what I'm saying? Just showing love to the community, bro. You know what I mean? And what good job people is doing out here with their grows and shit. You know what I mean? I think that would be a dope little segment, you know what I'm saying, to do. Yeah, he gonna be sleeping good. He gonna be sleeping like a baby. His wife gonna try to wake him up. He was like, oh. Yeah, you know, just saying, you know. He said, I think I'm ready. I think I'm already high. Yeah, I think you are too, ID. Come on and pop up with us, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come and chill with your bros for a bit. Where's Sauce 420 with the extra drip? I know he out there. I'm gonna show y'all the garden in a minute. How everything looking.
Get that link ID.
So yeah, I'm gonna show the garden in a bit, and just keep y'all updated about what's going on and things we got going on. And I'm gonna continuously talk about the grow off as me and JD get to that 1,000 subscribers. We're gonna be starting off the grow off, and when we do start the grow off on that particular day, we started off. We're gonna be doing a massive giveaway. We're probably gonna give away, at least me personally, it's probably gonna give away like 3 items, and not necessarily seeds. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be giving away a tray, and it may not be this color. It's gonna be a different tray. This is my personal tray for the color of my slaps and stuff. So, we're gonna make a bunch of those, but I'm gonna be giving away a tray, and I'm gonna be giving away one of these ashtrays like this, like you see back up there. And I'll probably have some more other varieties that I might be giving away, but yeah, we want to launch this off right. We want to launch it off. Oh, there's my man ID and the place to be. We want to launch
It's
it off
good.
right. We want to launch it off to let y'all know, like, this is what we're here to do. We're here to bring things to the community, positive things to the community. We're not out to make a million, because all this stuff that we're doing is for free. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming out of my time. I'm making these custom to give away to the winners. You know what I'm saying? So, it's nothing that we're trying to gain that's going to put money in my pocket or anything like that, or JD's pocket or anything like that. It's just giving exposures to the growers in the community, and on top of that, adding some incentives to stay in the grow off, and to to update and do the things that we require. You know what I'm saying? I'm not asking you to give me $100 deposit or anything. I'm just asking you to be a part of the community and be a solid one. And and I'm gonna choose 10 people. And if there's more than 10 people that wants to get into the grow off, once we set it off, then we'll do something to bring it down to 10 people, maybe do a raffle, something of that nature. But I want to say all that to say this, that what we do is for you guys. You know what I'm saying? And it's to show the love back for the love y'all showed me, because the community has showed me so much love. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten seeds, knowledge, I've been in people's lives. Growing old has put me on his young guns, and and that's the love that I love to give back. You know what I mean? And
Salute to Jeff. Salute to Jeff and
yeah,
Wendy.
growing
Yeah,
old, you know what I'm saying, and Jeff and Wendy. So,
that's
but
right.
yeah, that's what this grow up is really for, guys. And and I'm happy to do it. You know what I mean? I'm happy to do it. It feels good to be able to just, like, you know what? I can do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? And I'm not worried about it. You know what I'm saying? Not worried about the time that I'm putting in, not worried about the money I'm putting into it. I'm not worried about none of that. You know what I'm saying? I just want to have a good grow off the show off the community and how great of a community that we are. You know what I'm saying? And that we can come together and do big things. But then it doesn't have to be all these big sponsors. It's just us. It's just regular people like me, you, and all y'all out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean?
For the
So,
love of the grove, for the love of the grove. Yeah, yeah.
for the love of the girl, you know, little community bragging rights. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's to showcase the community and how good these growers are. And that's just it. What up, ID?
Chilling dogs.
You good?
Yeah, I've been going to a lot of doctors. Not for me, my lady does got cancer. But
Yeah.
nothing bad, just regular. We got to go every 6 months to get blood work.
Uh-huh.
Because she got stage 2 Hodgkin lymphoma. But they moved it to once every year. But when we go, I don't know. She don't like needles, and I just they professional is dope, but I'd rather not be going to Sloan Kettering. Like, I'd rather not be going to the fucking cancer hospital. Like, so it's
Yeah.
heavy. It's a heavy visit. Like,
Yeah, it
you
is.
remember why you there type. You know what I mean? So
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
you know.
mentally, it's
Condolences,
not
man.
only physical, it's mentally challenging, it's mentally tough. Not on just your
Yeah.
girl, on you too. You know, it's tough on both of y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I try not to because I block that out a lot with the stress that is on me. I'm trying to spin all these plates and all this dumb shit, keeping the medicine and there's 2 cancer patients and all that. So I try to block out melancholy or just falling into my own stupid ruts. But as my lady pointed out recently, it's important to take care of me too, because if I'm not good, I ain't gonna do nothing else good. So it like mental health month for men was like a month ago
Visible
or something.
farms is going on.
That's it's important, what I'm saying, to if you feel whatever, even if when you're just feeling melancholy, ain't nothing sad, ain't nothing bad, you're not in pain, but you're kind of like, another day, gotta water the plant. Oh, it's easy to fall into the monotony of every day. So you know,
Absolutely.
I like to see the joy in every little thing. I
Yeah.
like staying silly and not taking shit too serious, and it works
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah,
I don't
and
know.
that's what you got to be. Shout out to Pilgore Visible Farms, man. He's put up his own money too as well. He put up some silver bars,
Oh
for the
yeah,
grow off. And
that's
just so
right.
y'all know, we had a grow off going before, but a lot of things happened, and people try to sabotage, but that happened. But we're here now. But yeah, we do have sponsors in this grow off. It's not just me. It's Visible Farms has sponsored some silver. I have some DNA sexing kits that's going to go into some of the winners and that's from Farmer Freeman. Rebellious Pins, my sister's business, donated the marijuana pins that are going to go to the winners, and I'm going to be giving out to as well. But any packages that I send out with seeds or whatever the case is, we'll get one of those marijuana pins.
Talk about OD.
So yeah, so and that's what I mean when I talk about the community and the love that's being showed, because Visible Farms doesn't know me from anything. You know what I'm saying? And he stepped up and did that and sent it to me, and I still have it. You know what I'm saying? But that's the type of love that we try to keep putting out. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't about trying to show, oh yeah, I did this, I did that. No, it's just part of what we doing. You know what I'm saying? This is what makes the community great. It makes
Yeah,
the community
man.
better.
Big up the Pilgore, man.
Absolutely.
Yo, growing weed, right? Like, so, I sit a lot with my plants, and you kind of read their leaves. You kind of with them a long time. You sit around them a long time. So I've learned to be calm, because you got to kind of just analyze, just go with the flow, with the feeling that's around you. I'm like that with people now. Like I walk it because I'm loud. Y'all can see I love getting attention. I love walking in the room. Everybody knows I'm there.
Right.
But I'm less like that now. I treat people like plants. Like I'm reading them.
You got to
Like, yeah,
read. Yeah, you got to kind of
yeah.
fill them out first. You
It's
know what I'm saying?
different for me.
Yeah.
I don't usually do that. I'm usually loud. I come in the room and I want everybody to know I'm there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
like that no more. Yeah, I'm not like that no more.
Yeah, that's real. But yeah, Pilgore, Visible Farms. Yeah, you're right. When he sent the silver to me, bro, it went all the way to Washington D.C. for some reason.
Oh shit.
Then to me, you know what I'm saying? It was crazy. But yeah, my bad. I didn't mean to cut you off. But yeah, you right.
No,
ID.
I
You gotta,
my mom's coming Sunday to help me build the hash lab. Like we were just talking. She don't like weed. She don't smoke weed,
420.
but you know, I don't know. Me and my mom lived in the same house. I moved out with her when I was 15. But we kind of have a weird relation. We getting to know each other, I guess is the best way to put it. Of course I know her. I know her all my life, but
Right.
like I wasn't allowed in her room till I was 9. Like it's fucking crazy. It's a weird, it's a weird
I
dynamic.
mean,
You
I
know what
get
I'm saying?
it. I get it. I get
So
it.
we get it. She sees how happy I am with growing.
Uh,
She helped me buy
yeah,
the light, the 700
right.
watt light.
I
Yeah,
remember. I remember we was talking about it. You know what I mean?
and
And I was giving you the information on my light, and you went,
she was
and you
talking
were
to
talking
me
to
a
somebody.
few days ago, and I kept it real with her. I'm like, yo, ma, I love you from afar, yo. Whenever we talk, I feel like we hang up and you sadder. So to not make you sad, I just don't call you. And she's like, yo, but I'd rather hear your voice than blah, blah. It was a good conversation, it was really good.
Good.
And so I said, yo, if you want, I'm in Hoboken all the time. I could scoop you up and bring you here, and you could just chill. And when I go pick up 80, I'll go. And she's like just to spend time together. That she's willing to be around me to build a fucking hash lab. Like, it's not about the hash, it's about the time together. But
Right.
I'm like, yo,
Right.
Ma, you always cleaning. You really good at facilitating chores. I got like 8,000 fucking plates that I'm spinning. Please come help me build this fucking thing.
Right.
And she
Right.
said, yeah. So I'm like, oh shit. Like,
Right.
so I'm trying not to play the movie before it happens. I just want to go with the flow and enjoy time with her.
Well,
And
but
you know,
sometimes you play the movie before it happens, so it manifests. You know what I mean? Because you know that's how it's gonna grow. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So, but I understand what you're saying. You know what I mean? I understand what you're saying. But hey, that's dope though. I mean, that's
Yeah,
good to hear
this is
that.
all from growing weed, yo.
Right.
I can't wait to grow food. Like I can't wait to try to grow outside. Yeah, this shit is
Yeah.
dope, man.
And now
This shit
you
is
got
dope.
overstock and shit. You go to your neighbors and be like, yo, I grow this, blah blah blah. Here you go. You know, you start opening
Yeah,
doors. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Straight
yeah. That'd
up.
be cool, dude. I
You know
was
what I
talking
mean?
to my neighbor, and the motherfucker he mentioned lion's mane, and I'm like, that's mushrooms. Like I know what that is because I hear
Yeah.
people talk about it in the
Right.
community. So
Right.
he's
Right.
like, yeah, my man's he's telling me about a grow up the block that this chef guy and all that. I'm like, damn, I got some really good neighbors, yo. I didn't know. Like damn, like I didn't know. I was outside the other day and he told me, he's like, yo, I got he called it a flush. I don't know. I guess when you harvest mushroom, it's called a flush. He's like, yo, I just flushed.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
I don't
not.
know either. I'm
I,
just learning. I'm just
Yeah,
learning about it.
what up, bro? Welcome to the show.
And yeah, he was like, yo, in case you don't have none, you can always come over. I'm like, I'm good, dog. Like I'm good, thank you. But
more
yeah,
wisdom. What's
it's
going
a different
on?
cheers, Born. I just like this bubble of good that I've been building. Though I
Yeah,
take my
you
girl and
gotta
my
keep
son
that though.
everywhere.
Yeah,
Like when I go
you
to
got.
Jersey City, around heroin, I don't mean to cut you off, but like,
No, you good.
around I take people with me just to make sure I don't do nothing dumb. Because yeah, it's
Right,
been a long time, but I
right,
was doing it for a long time since I was 16 to
right,
42 years old. It's
right.
still that's a long fucking time, so I don't want to fuck
No,
it
I
up.
get it. Hey, I
Because
get it. I
that's
understand,
it.
boss. I understand. But that's
Yeah.
just you being smart about yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
And
tell her
keeping
myself,
that.
I'll be like, yo, I'm going to the hood. Jackie, come with me. Like,
Right,
straight up.
right,
Yeah,
right.
straight
But you
up. Yeah, yeah,
keeping,
yeah.
but when Jackie comes with you, and salute to Miss Jackie, that's keeping your bubble of positivity
Who the
strong.
fuck are
You know what I'm saying?
you?
So
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I love it. It's cool. It's cool to live. I just never thought, like 4 or 5 years ago, I was a slave to drugs. I didn't think I could have a good day unless I had a drug, dust, whatever, because I was a fucking garbage
that's to believe me.
disposal
What are
for
you talking
drugs.
about?
So,
I know people that work at the car wash in
What are
Holbrook.
you talking about? It's in that
Holbrook,
field, that
two Mexicans. Which
what are you talking about?
there's only one car wash in Hoboken that I know. I can see it in my head. I know where it is. On Observer Highway, the car wash right there.
so he's talking to you. He's talking. He's asking you. You said
Yeah,
okay.
I
Yeah,
guess.
I mean, you the only one that would know.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't peruse that car wash. I don't really know who works there, but I know what he's talking about. I know
Oh,
where.
that's crazy.
Dude, dude, you go to the red and yellow gas station on Tunley Ave, they straight up waiting to get a call from Iraq. Like them motherfuckers hate us. They straight up real, what they call that, a sleeper cell? Yeah, they walk up to you, talk like no, you don't even understand the motherfucker. And then they
Dude,
hate us. They look at you like, like they can't. So why you here? Why you here if you hate it? Like, these
man.
motherfuckers just waiting for the call from Al Qaeda to do something dumb. Yeah, no, for real. The first ones that blew up the World Trade
Hey,
was from Journal Square. They was from Journal Square, Jersey City.
around y'all
The only
area?
reason they got caught is because they tried to return the U-Haul on Tunnelly Ave. Stupid motherfuckers. But then the second time they got that off, they knocked off the buildings. They knocked the motherfuckers down. So I live in an ill spot, in an ill place, So they really do be like people that work around you who fucking hate you. Like, Like, yeah, it's
Wait,
fucking crazy.
I'll be right back.
It's fucking insane. Because you still got to live around them. So, you kind of cool, but it's kind of like an unspoken joke. Like, just waiting for the end of the world. World War III, motherfucker. I see you. Like, it's fucking crazy, dude. It is too much sometimes. I just, it's too much sometimes. It's too much. Because I always fall back to that shit. If you don't like it, why you here?
Uncle Lad in the building.
My bad. I didn't mean to get political. But it's for my man tried to take a $20 bill twice from me one time. I gave it to him first, and he came back and he tried to go, and I said, yo, I gave you money. And he smiled at me and said, you a smart one. Like, motherfucker, you was
Hey,
gonna take my money twice? You
they be trying to
motherfucker.
get you though, bro.
Yeah. They try to
Get
test you and shit, like, yeah, to see Ay, Dios mío. It's a lot. It's a lot, man.
All
But
right, I'm gonna pop up on my phone, y'all, so we can so I can show the grown what's going on. And then when we get back, I'll bump some music and we'll keep doing what we doing.
mm. But apparently growing mushrooms is indirect light. And it's like this $30 box. It's some things I'm gonna have to invest in, but $100, $150 later, as long as I get the culture and I follow the steps, you know, shout out to Green Fingers, but actually Cav Snake Oil, who's willing to offered to show me, and I took him up on his fucking offer. Like, yeah. Cause that since July 5th to about a week ago, I was microdosing that whole 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever,
So
and I got a lot
what were you
accomplished.
microdosing?
The all the different mushrooms. There was like 6 different flavors that was sent, that I
Mm.
got. And the one that really hit was some shit called Ape Revert. I didn't know it's called Albino Penis Envy Revert. I just thought it was Ape Revert, And I'm like, yo, I reverted back to the original man, bro. Like I felt like it peeled the skin off my brain in a good way. And
Yeah.
yeah, it was fucking dope. It was fucking awesome. Like it was really
Right.
dope. It was really dope. Like an eye had turned to a triangle. It was a lady sitting on a
Where did you get
throne.
these from?
From Green Fingers, Mighty
Mm.
Green Finger. He be chilling with Chris Guerrero in them.
Oh yeah, I know, yeah, I know you're talking
He's
about.
always up on panel. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
He's a
highlight.
quiet guy, but
Yeah,
we
yeah,
started
yeah.
talking
He's
about
cool.
this
He's cool.
this
He's
topic,
cool.
and he apparently knew a lot about it. So he's like, yo,
Right, he's smart cat.
And I was actually chilling with Jackie that day here, and she said, "Ooh, I want a microdose," which she never did. Her punk ass, she didn't want to. You know what I'm saying? But I did. I would
Yeah,
do.
I
I
microdose.
Yo, I didn't eat a whole one till like I got to the 8 revert because I was doing a stem and kind of chewing it, and then an hour later I do the cap, and then I was doing that for days. And then probably 5 days after I was doing it, I finally did a whole one, the cap and the stem. I took off the scrunchie in my hair. I
You
laid in
guys
my
been weighing
bed,
it out?
and no, I was just doing them. I was just eating them. I knew it
Yeah,
was separated into eighths, so I
I
was doing
need.
eighths microdosing.
I ate a lot of them when I was doing it, so they must have been not. I mean, they was good, but I mean, they must have been not as strong.
Dude, I'm telling you, the first time I ate a whole one, I saw a black star turn into a colorful star, and then it turned into this ball of typewriter with letters I couldn't read. There was like space Swahili. It was maybe a number. The only thing I saw that I could read was the number 9. And it turned to a hole, but it was a road. And at the end of the road, there was a door, but it wasn't a door, it was like a crack in space. And
Oh
sitting on a
yeah,
throne
damn.
was a woman. She was like an elf queen or some shit, like one of them digital elves or something. I don't know. I couldn't really see her good, but she looked sexy as fuck. I wanted to meet her. I wanted to meet her.
Damn.
Yeah, but it was the first time I did a whole one. It was like a medium-sized mushroom, and I ate the cap and the stem in one shot, and it was dope. It
Yeah.
was pretty dope, man. Yeah, I can't
So
front.
the health point.
I need to see
Like
that, bro.
crazy.
Yeah.
Like, how they have the 60s, those blotches that drops that melt, and that's like a good starting point. It was because shit was melting, but it was melting up towards me. It made my leg feel better and everything. I felt like the badness melting away from my body. It's weird, man. It was really dope. It was the second
Yeah.
time I ever tripped out like that. Like,
That's what's up.
yeah,
I'm
dogs.
glad
Yeah.
I'm glad you had that experience, bro.
It was cool. I'm just glad it wasn't overwhelming because I would have been scared. It was pretty dope.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
So
Oh,
here
you
is
still
the
holding on to her, huh?
yeah, this is the
Okay.
Panama Red. I'm still holding on there. You know what I'm saying? And you can see how I've been like getting in here and just kind of peeling off and just trying to show, with this, but they're still thickening up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, they're still doing their thing. So, I'm just gonna let it do what it do,
Mhm.
and just leave it in here. Now, I'm not expecting to get, much like quality, I guess. I don't know how much thicker it's going to get, but it is getting thicker. Now, if it does get thicker like it's supposed to, that's going to be, something crazy because the fact of like this is only supposed to be a 10 weeker. Here we are on week 16, going on to week 17 on Sunday. So,
Wow.
but we're gonna take a look at the new babies, the new crosses that I created.
Still said to put it outside.
Put it outside. I'll do that. I'll do that. Yep, absolutely. I'll put it outside. But yeah, here's the babies right here. The new crosses. Need some water on these girls, but they'll get fed with some water. We got some Panama Red Cross with Acapulco. We also got Panama Red Cross with Jack Mob. And then we also have Blue Raspberry Batonium F2 crossed with the Cab Sour. And then the Blue Raspberry Batonium F2 crossed with the Crescendo. And that's what most of these plants are. And so that's what all of these plants are in the solo cups right here, are the what I call Blucindo. So that's going to be my up and coming cross I'm working with. But yeah, everything's looking good, doing their thing right now. You know what I mean? Other than that, I'm looking at, different type of female. I believe this is a female. Let me take a look and see. Let me get in here and take a look. We'll find out if that's a male or female. I've already
They got
established.
bigger. Those cups, I saw them a few days ago. They weren't that big.
Yeah, no, these
Almost.
things shot up, dude. They got
Yeah.
real big within the last couple of days. Let's see here. This looks like a male, from what it looks like to me. It's kind of hard to tell, but it looks like a male. This is definitely a male. Yeah, definitely a male. So I know this is a male. This is Jackie Red. So this is a Panama Red cross with Jack Mob, which I call Jackie Red. So I'm not doing any males of those yet because I have bunches of seeds of those. So I'm gonna remove that, and I'll transplant one of those into there. Let's see. This is another of the same pheno of the one I just was looking at. That was I'm thinking is a male. Let's see what this is. Not telling me yet. Not telling me yet, but yep. Later on, I'll come in and I'll go through them again. I may take my my magnifying glass, and see. This one was an extra one that popped up on the side, but it didn't make it when I transplanted. Oh well, good. I didn't know which one it was anyway. All right, let's go take a look at the Sugar Black Rose times Rainbow Chips, along with the Albus and the Slumper OG, which these plants are doing really good. They need to be watered too. Oh, she's super thirsty. Yeah. All right, here we go. We got the Slumper OG right here. This is the one that got topped by accident, but doing real good. Need some water. You know what? I'm gonna get ready to water these. These girls look like they're thirsty as hell. Yeah, looking really good. Thick buds, getting denser. This is the Slumper OG right here. Yeah, you can tell these girls are really thirsty. You take a step back.
I'm about to say they just woke up. They look like they just waking up.
Yeah,
You know.
they woke. No, they woke. They've been up about an hour. You know what I
Okay,
mean?
bet.
But they're thirsty because I didn't water them last night. You know what I mean? So they're thirsty as hell. So
Yeah,
matter of
you got
fact,
a
I'm
lot of
actually.
tents going, brother. I see you. Some days girls just gotta miss a feeding. I get it.
Yeah, no, I'm a water. They're gonna be good. I'm gonna water them here in just a minute. That's a Slumper OG. That's the biggest one. Here's the Albus right here, and she's getting super frosty, getting super frosty actually. And got these nice little buds that's popping off, and it's starting to get bigger. If you look at the internodal stacking, pretty good internodal stacking on this right here. And if you look at the middle, nothing topped or anything like that. Yeah, these girls are thirsty. Here's another Slumper OG right here. And these big buds down low too as well. From the under canopy lights down here.
That's
Look at this thing, it's stacked up. Stacked up. This is a bottom bud right here.
Look at that.
Stacked up. And then we got these big buds down here. Those are all the lowers. And you can kind of see how it's stacked up there. And then we got a Sugar Black Rose times Rainbow Chips right here. This is from Sauce Code 20 with the extra drip. getting thick, getting frosty. But I'm gonna get in here real quick because my girls is thirsty. But I'm gonna get in here and show y'all these back here. Here's another sugar black rose times rainbow tips. You can see how long and tall these girls are, but you can see how good the bud structure is on these. Starting to really get big. Now, these are slow growers. We're into week 6 right now, going into week 7 on Sunday. So, this one right here is a sugar black rose, actually one of the fastest ones that is growing, but this one is super thick, super dense. This is a big girl. Well, shout out to Sauce. I mean, a really, really nice looking plant. Let me show y'all the bottoms down here. Look at this lower down here. That's the lower. And look at this one down here. Nice big buds. Even down here, you see these lowers right here. And yes, they do need some water too. But yeah, you can see these lowers down here. Look how good they're looking. Nice and good, decent lowers. And that's what I wanted to get, just some decent lowers. But this has gotten, big all over. This is another Albus right here that's still growing and getting swole. This Albus is nice right here. So yeah, we got a lot of good growers in here. Hey, back up out of here. We got another slumper right here. So yeah, they're doing pretty good. I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna dip in some water, let them get juiced up for a little bit. Yeah, let me jump back on the computer real quick. You know what? What I'm gonna do is this.
Sure. What you probably saying day one garden, man.
That under canopy light he got is the come up, man. That's the shit for real. I like it.
Yeah,
Like,
he got side lighting now too.
wow.
Yeah, man, I had to get the side lighting too. I wanted to get a complete, lighting system just to see how it runs and to see if it's beneficial, which it is. You know what I mean? And I know it's going to show in my next grow. It's going to show even more because as as I get these, into bigger pots and I start training these and I start selecting these, then these are going to benefit from all of this in here because these will go into a veg. Once I start selecting the right ones that I want, you know what I'm saying? These will go into veg in here for at least 2 weeks, and then I'll flip them into flower. You know what I'm saying? Because this tent right here is probably going to be my, pretty much like my mom tent and my, veg tent. But I don't plan, like I do plan to pop a couple more beans tonight, and I will pop another Panama Red, and I will pop some 2 Durban poisons. But I'm gonna keep it on a system to where I'm taking clones, rooting them, and then once they root, veg for 2 weeks, then flip the flower. You know what I'm saying? And if I have something in flower in that tent, I can always veg in here because this tent will always be in veg, but they will go, back over here to their root and then into there. So, but I'm about to water these girls too real quick, so I just got to hold tight.
I'm supposed to make a feeding for the veg tent, but we got to go to the doctor tomorrow. Like we got to wake up early, so I'm keep it real. I don't want to. They could go a day, right? They be all right. They be all right.
About time to settle.
Yesterday I fed them, and I had heavy defoliated the veg tent, and then I fed them, and I checked last night. They look like they just got their nails done, la. Them bitches was, ooh, all the tops were like this. All the leaves I left, they were praying like a motherfucker. I'm like, and if you look at the video, when I left, when I just finished feeding them and defoliating, they were all sad. You know, they definitely liked it. You know, they bounced back, but that's why I probably should feed them, right? I should probably feed them since they,
Feeding them every day.
yeah. Yeah, I feed them. I keep it real. I feed them every other day because I'm supposed to feed them every day, but I got like 3/10. So
And by
they
feed,
used to
we
my
saying,
style.
and
Yeah, they
by
used
feed,
to.
we saying water, nutrients in the water, or
Yes,
just
a
straight water.
full. I never just do water. I only use reverse osmosis. So whenever I give them water, I have to put nutrients in it. And yeah, I feed them like that every day, every other day. The only time I missed 4 days in a row, that was the longest they went without food. But they go without food at least a day. They go, they eat about every other day, even though I try to do it every day. It's just a lot. It's a lot. I can't do everything. Is. I need the RO system. When I get it installed and I could just open the faucet and it's reverse osmosis, then I'll probably feed them more often. We'll see. I might have to get some self-watering pots to really do it right, so that they eat every day, Cause yeah, but I'll keep it real. I don't feel like doing this. We can go look at them. I'll see how dry it is down there.
Hey,
I'm not. I'm,
y'all
I'm
can
not.
hear me, but I can't hear y'all.
Oh,
Yeah, we can hear it's an echo though.
I know.
yeah.
Hold on. For some reason, I can't hear y'all, but y'all can hear me. Let me figure this out real quick. Hold on. Jake, can y'all hear me?
Yep,
Trying to see if I can hear y'all. For some reason, I can't hear nobody.
still can't hear us. Check, check, check. He probably going to come back to his computer.
Hello, hello.
Yep, hear us.
Okay. All right, now I can hear y'all. Like, what the fuck? Well, oh, ID bounce.
Um, no, he was just here. He might have got dropped down or something. Yeah, he was just here right before he came.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Maybe he'll pop back up. If he does pop back up, bring him up because I'm gonna be watering.
Yeah,
I didn't know my girls were this thirsty. So just to show y'all, I want to show y'all something. Hold on, real quick. So this is the silver that Visible Farms donated. This solid bar of silver. Worth about $60 in today's market, along with these two other .5 right here, worth a couple bucks, about $5. But the second place and third place winner will get one of these. The first place winner will get this, along with $100 and a gold ashtray as trophy with some seeds and a shirt. So, and maybe a few other things. But like I said, shout out to the community. Shout out to Pilgore, man. So,
he
yeah,
got the field guard, man. Sound like a good win to me, man.
man. And like I said, me and JD are not in the competition. You know what I mean? We are just the hostess of the competition. So we're gonna be growing along with y'all, you know, but not actually in the competition. Give y'all a good view on the yeah. Yeah, man, but it's gonna be dope, kind of doing a pheno hunt and finding some structures of a plant that you cross that you like, and to see what the flower is and how the flower turns out. Yeah, that's gonna be dope.
Got the Bloom Street growing and what competition? What competition are you in, Dr. Levy? He said a phone died.
Mm.
No doubt I do.
What I notice about these girls now is they are starting to drink a lot more. Drinking a lot more.
Well, we got in, you a flower, right?
Yeah, week 6. Now we're into that bud production, getting into that no longer needing the fan leaves.
I
But
say
I mean,
week 4 to 5 to 7 is when they start drinking a lot, drinking the most.
yeah, these things, I mean, they drinking for real. So I'll give them a good soak down. They're gonna get I'll probably do about 4 gallons of water between these 7 to 8 for this thing. Yeah, I still haven't upgraded my sprayer yet. Somebody want to donate a sprayer to me, you know what I'm saying, or some auto pots or something, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. I can use them.
Yeah, what competition are you talking about, Dr. Levy?
What competition did he say he was in?
I don't know, I'm still waiting to find out. The one that day one said? Which one did day one say? Which one we with?
I haven't started no competition yet, Dr. Levy.
I hear a competition that ain't start yet, man.
I want what Dr. Levy smoking on right now. I want what he got right now. He on that good. The competition will start. I'll make an announcement once me and JD
Coming
get to
up, doctor.
1,000 subscribers.
Up and coming. I don't know how old your bull freak will be by then.
But if he wants to get in, I will put him down as one that wants to be in it.
But yeah, definitely, Dr. Levy, if you want to get in the man, you can get in.
Yeah, I'll put his name down. And like I said, if we get more than 10 people that want to really get into it,
He
then
said
we'll
it's
do
too
some.
late for him. We can't do any more right now until next season.
Yeah, all right. Tell him just watch then. Just watch with us, Dr. Levy. And then I'm pretty sure this competition I don't even want to really call it like a competition. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a grow along where, the person who grows the best gets the shit. One thing that I've kind of stopped doing though is I stopped looking at the dates of like when I plant shit. I'm not trying to look at to see when I need to flip or when I need to flower. Like I'm looking at like a certain time. I'm just looking at the plants, and when I see the plants look big and strong enough to flip, even though I know that they're gonna stretch and go through the old phase to get strong, I still wait for the plant to kind of show me. I don't go off of no time and no date. That's why sometimes it'd be hard for me to be telling people like, okay, how long you been in veg, how long I've been in flower, because I'm not looking at the days of how long I'm supposed to be in flower. I'm just looking at the plant. And that's what I've been starting to do is look at the plant, and not look at a time or a schedule or a date. Just looking at the plant.
Yeah. On the stove. What up, bro?
What's
No,
happening? Appreciate y'all rocking with us today, man. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all could be doing anything. It's late on the East Coast. So I appreciate y'all rocking with your boy Dave One and John Doe Lock 420. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all rocking with us, man.
J-Boy, you gave him the moon freak.
Huh?
He's saying that you gave him the moon freak plan that he's talking about.
Yeah. I know. Oh, he said he won. He's growing the moon freak that he won in the competition, in the giveaway.
Hey, Maureen
Yeah.
Martin said something.
Yeah. I know he's growing it. I want to see what it looked like, Dr. Levy. Did you ever get it transplanted into a bigger pot?
Okay. Dr. Levy got him now, Bill. Dr. Levy said he's about to make him go crazy.
And again, I got that moon freak from Visible Farms. He donated that to give away throughout the grow off. So
Yeah.
shout out again to
Chat.
Visible Farms.
That's what he was just saying in the chat.
Oh, Visible? Yeah, he's the one that donated those that I gave away, and a lot of people got a few packs. But yeah, that's the community, bro. Can't make it work without the community.
What was up?
We need y'all support. You know, and y'all watch the videos anyway. So you know, if you're not in the competition, what does it hurt to watch people's videos just to show some love?
But that's how it should be, Phil. But you ain't got to announce it every time, you know, you sending out genetics. Do it all for love and strength, man.
Well, what did he say? I can't see the
It's
chat.
good to get that recognition, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I believe recognition needs to be given to the people that deserve it.
Yeah, no, Phil was saying that he got seeds all over the place and people don't even know it.
Oh yeah.
Just on the show, man. I can't complain, bro. How you been, man? So right now you just giving them straight water day one?
Yeah, they're getting straight water right now. Yeah, they're getting straight water because, um, you know, I was overfeeding them. So they have enough nutrients in there right now still. But the last feeding they got, I gave them Beastie Blooms. And then the time before that, they got the juice mix with a little bit of rice water and a little bit of um, stash blend. So I'm just dialing it back. Basically, maybe 2 waterings. They will get just straight water.
Okay.
You know, and I will be incorporating some brown sugar. I haven't had them in a while, but I need to get some more brown sugar so I can incorporate that as a sugar latent flour too as well. So I'm just watching to make sure I don't overdo it because I was, you know what I'm saying. So with giving them the rice water mix with stash blend, um, every feeding, they really should get the stash blend once a week, maybe twice a week, depending if I feed it heavy, if I feed it with Epsom salt, if I feed it with or if I stash blend or rice, if I feed all that together or whatnot, that will determine how often she is now as well. So and they seem to be reacting pretty good to this method. And then when I'm watering them super heavy, like super heavy, because in these 3 gallons, they're pretty much a lot of just roots and a lot of feeder roots in here. Yeah, air prunes and shit. But when I scrape down and I use my finger to get up in there, I'm getting straight to the roots quick. Straight to the roots quick. So You know, that's how I know they're drinking a lot. I mean, even when I'm spraying, and I wish y'all could see, so it's not going to be able to show y'all, but when I'm spraying and I'm spraying the water, I can see the roots as I blast some of the soil, like kind of backs up a little bit. But I can see the roots, all those little feeder roots up there. So, you know, and they're going on hyperdrive because now they need to really feed these buds. They've been picking up a lot of frost lately. So the bud development has been really on high because remember it was growing slow, and all of a sudden, boom, and it started kicking in. You know, from day to day, I'm seeing bud development go into overdrive. So I want to make sure that they got everything they need and make sure I don't overdo it. And they seem to be liking what I'm doing to it. Cause like I'll show y'all here in a minute. Y'all remember how shiny the leaves were on a few of the sugar black roses, and they were super dark. And I'll show you guys here in a minute how they lightened up a little bit, and they're no longer shiny like that. And you know, with me, like I've been since this plant, I've been growing this plant. It's always had these curls at the tip, so you know it was kind of hard to diagnose that maybe I had a nitrogen toxicity. You know what I mean? But it was where this plant was, and the other plants didn't look like that. You know what I mean? The other plants were still straight, so that's why it was kind of hard to be like, oh, what is it exactly? You know, and I got bashed for that shit too. Motherfucker went ham on me. Shit, they went ham on me like I was the supreme god that fucked up the goddamn that that did the thing. Like I was like I can't make a mistake. But you know, so I might even come back and get it one more little water down after I do these babies. Hootie hoo, hootie hoo. Calling them my members. Everybody fuck with Snoop Doggy Dog. Death for my niggas. Back up, boy.
Blaze the bull. What up, bro? Good to see
Blaze
you in
the
the
bull in
chat.
the building.
I thought you modded him up already.
He's not modded up. I'll do it right now. Hold on. He was modded up. You know how this shit be happening. He's been in there a couple times. So I know I modded him up for a fact. But I'll get him right now. Give me 1 second. I got you, Blaze. I don't know why.
Corner store, whatever size pot you want, man.
From the store. What's happening? All right, there you go, Blaze the bull. You should be good to go as a mod. Takes some work, y'all. Still, man. It takes some work to manage these plants, but I love doing what I do, bro. And I know everybody who grow love doing what they do. They love coming in the garden, watering their plants, checking on the growth, looking at how happy they are. You know, checking to see if you need some nutrients, checking, you know what I'm saying, if you need food, making sure the soil right, making sure the atmosphere is right. And I did a little dry back last night with these girls, which I really don't like doing dry backs with my soil because my plants do not really like it. You know what I'm saying? I can get away with it as young and as babies, but as big plants like they are now, that's in flower, they do not like the dry back. They like to be wet. So that's why, no pun intended. But I like to. That's why I want to get to a bottom watering system like a auto pot. Get a reservoir. Get me 8 pots, you know what I'm saying, or 8 bottom feeders. So those would be the plants that I will flower, but you know what I mean? I would do 8 at a time, but put plants in there that are ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So by the time one set is done, the next set will be ready to go. You know, keep about 3 or 4 mothers, maybe have 3 or 4 different strains, be able to produce enough of that medicine that, you know, can go back and count of the things. I want to be able to have all the type of medicine that I want. So when I want, I'm gonna be like, damn, I know this thing sound like a fucking donkey, but hey, I still do what I do.
Man, service function, brother. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all that matters. And if y'all thinking about getting into growing, get into it. You know, who cares if you kill some plants when you start off? You know what I'm saying? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Now don't go buy no fucking expensive ass cuts and shit and not knowing what to do. Like, just buy
Yeah,
some autos, buy some shit, and just do it. You know what I'm saying? But don't buy nothing crazy expensive or nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're gonna kill some plants, trust me.
Get off on the plug, man. What play was the
This motherfucker,
Queen
I wanna know what
Blazing in the building? What up, Queen Blazing?
Uh-huh.
Slide in the grill.
Make sure these girls get a good watering.
I'm gonna do another dab.
Now I do notice, like in the 1 gallons, like fabric pots, you gotta water these girls super heavy, and you gotta come back and make sure that you really water them because you can have pockets of dry spots. Because if there's any dry spots underneath the soil, the water will run right around it. So if there's any pockets, you got to make sure that water breaks down those pockets and collapse them, and so that water can be absorbed everywhere. So I try to get them soaked or even around the edges because a lot of the water will run out the edges of these fabric pots if your soil is hydrophobic or if you haven't watered often and it's dry, that shit will run right out the sides on your ass. You know what I mean? So you got to make sure that you water really good, and that's when you hand water. If you bottom feeding, ass feeding, or whatever you want to call it, butt chugging, that's different. You know what I'm saying? But when you hand water like me, you gotta make sure you water good enough. You gotta understand how your plants drink. You know, I know I can water this real heavy today, and I can get 1 day without watering them, but I gotta come back and water them the very next day, right after, like, and they gotta be watered heavy because I'm 24 hours of light. I'm in fabric pots. I have a big ass fan blowing from the top down. I have two oscillating fans on both sides, on each side over here. So I got a lot of airflow in here. So it's gonna dry out my fabric pots a little sooner. That's why I have to water like I water. Sometimes I be tired, man. I be like, shit, man, I gotta water. But these are my girls. You know what I'm saying? You gotta take care of the ladies, right? Especially when these like new babies, like these are like your personal crosses. Yeah, you got to make sure you take care of them because you don't want your personal crosses that you did all the pollination to and you kept them separate and all of this shit, and then all of a sudden you just fuck them off. You know what I'm saying? No, you want to take your time. You want to do these right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go a little bit more over and beyond what I normally do. So like they're in the red cups right now. I'm going to put them in the out of the solo cups into these 1 gallons sooner than I normally would because I'm not going to wait till they show me sex because I know I'm going to be keeping a male to pollinate or a couple males to pollinate. You know what I mean? Now, the ones that's already in the 1 gallon pots, no, I won't be keeping any males out of this bunch because I got more seeds and I'll do more more pheno runs with those later. You know what I mean? I don't want to do. Uh, I want to do a decent amount. See, I got over 10 of the blue of the blue cindos. So that's going to give me a good chance to see all the phenotypes. You know what I mean? I got, over 20 plants of that one flavor. So that's going to give me a good opportunity to look and see the differences between them. And I want to see the differences in the male. I want to see the males because I'm going to be, looking for more seeds and possibly doing feminized seeds. You want to keep the things close to you. You know what I mean? You want to be able to test them out, and especially when you're not like a breeder. You're just, you know what I mean? You're just going along for the flow. You want to make your own seeds. You want to grow some fire shit that you created. You know what I'm saying? We know how pricey seeds can get. You know how they run out. You can't get the flavors that you want. You know what I'm saying? So make your own seeds. I can't wait for some of the people. I know. Shout out to Corner Store. He's already popped some of mine already. So, and anybody else who has gotten them and has popped them, shout out to you as well. I don't know if anybody else has, but yeah, man, it's a dope feeling. I'm gonna find me a diamond, trust me. And I know y'all gonna find you a diamond too. And I like to spray mine. I like to get up in here and kind of spray them. If they loosen up, that lets me know how rooted they are. If they tip over, you know what I'm saying, and lean forward, I'm like, okay, they still need to develop a stronger roots. But even in these solo cups, guys, you got to water your plants right. Because even in these solo cups, you can have dry spots. And I've witnessed it myself before when I'm thinking I'm watering heavy, but the water's just running right through, not giving it a chance to absorb. You know, you got to go in and check. You know, don't think you just, you think you put enough water in it, and because you put a lot of water in it, that it absorbs right. You know, you got to make sure. I got a lot of wind blowing in here, so, I got a lot of airflow. So I'm going to go over them once, and then I'm going to come back over them again. You'll notice when you first water your plants that you'll get a lot of runoff. You get a lot of on these solo cups when you'll get a lot of runoff going right through. But then on the next round of watering, you won't get as much water going through because it's being absorbed better. I hope this is a female right here. Who is you? I hope you are a female, baby. You are looking really good. If you are male, what is this? Oh, this is an Acapulco times Panama. Well, I hope you are a female. It's this motherfucker right there. It's beautiful. Let me show y'all this. This Acapulco across the Panama. Nice and thick. You know what I mean? Looking good. Some smart on this. Yeah, there's some nice ones up in here. So as I'm watering these, some pretty nice prospects up in here just in the beginning. Looking at this Blucindo.
Yeah.
And Blucindo is a cross of crescendo times Guerrero Blaster times Blue Raz times Batonian F2. And the Blue Raz times Batonian F2 is from Bay Area Cannabis Seed Co. And the crescendo times Guerrero Blaster is from THC Garage. So I cross those two together because one is straight gas, which is the crescendo, straight 100% gas, pedal to the metal. And then you had the Blue Raz Time Batonian F2, which was gassy but had some fruit to it. You know, had that berry breath, that fruit breath to it. So, and that was an all day, any morning, noon, night type of med. So I wanted to bring that gas, that 100% gas to some flavor and keep that potency. And so that's my idea of crossing those two together to see, to get that. I know I will get it, you know what I'm saying? Because these plants, these seeds were worked, you know, they were pheno hunted by THC Garage. He pheno hunted and did his thing and made his crosses, and Bay Area Cannabis Seed Co. You know, they hunted, they did their crosses to make what they made. And for me to be able to get something from both of those areas, you know what I'm saying, and make my own, man, I can't wait. You know what I'm saying? I start taking some clones and start to flip these into flower just to see what they're looking like. You know what I'm saying? Just to do it. So I'm excited. You know what I mean? I can't complain. I can't wait. You know, I'm gonna nurture these girls, make sure they right, but also I'm gonna treat them like I treat everything else. I'm just gonna keep an extra closer eye on them. You know, make sure them girls is right. What'd you say?
Said it looks good so far. You got good uniformity.
Oh yeah, they are.
Like product range, you know, to type differences.
Yeah, you know, as they start to really grow and I start to do, you know, my little thing to them, I start to give them that nice good mix and get to chopping them and doing what I do to them just to see, test them out. 'Cause I'm gonna do what I do to these. You know, I got my grow right now that I'm doing that I just let go raw and just, you know, let it grow, do what it do. But these, I will train. I will maximize my canopies. You know what I'm saying, to produce the best and the most that I can. But my quality is more important than my quantity. And that's always the mission, to have better quality. I want to be like, damn, I want motherfucker to be like, yo, bro, day one, bro, that shit you gave me, man. Bro, where'd you get that from, man? I looked for it at all the shops. They said they never heard of it. I'd be like, yeah, you damn right they never heard of it because that's my shit. Like, bro, you serious, man? Hey, I've been smoking this other shit. I just can't get the same high anymore, bro. I just don't feel the, it don't feel the same.
And it was a damn all day before people search out for it, you know what I'm saying? Speak for itself. So speak.
Oh, this is a female right here. She's a beautiful female. Look, I'm gonna show y'all this. She's a female. Y'all would think she would be a male, but she's a straight female. Let me show y'all her real quick. Watch. You know, I know that I got two to three females already. You know what I'm saying? But this female right here, she was like, she's stacking up. Let me bring her up real quick. Let me see. All right, well, both of these are females. I'll show y'all this. So this is a female right here, and this is a Panama Red Times Acapulco. This is a female right here, but this is another female right here, and she is a Blue Raz Tom Batonian F2 cross with the calf sour. And look at her. She is a taller. She's tall, but look at her internodal stacker. And you can already see, I don't know if y'all can see that, but y'all see the pistol right there? The pistol pointing out right there. And that's probably hard for y'all to see. Just back up there, it's hard to see. But yeah, but there's a pistol hanging out right here. So, so that's going to be a good one right there too as well. I'm just looking at the way she's structured. She's a little bit taller, but she has good internodal stacking. So what's going to happen is once I will top her. Once I top her, all of this right here, and you can see once I did the 2-leaf top at the top, you see how this bottom stuff is already starting to grow. You know what I'm saying? Looking down here, that bottom stuff is already starting to lift off. So I'm starting to get long. And that's just from 2-leaf topping up here. You know what I'm saying? And it's already grown another set of leaves because I 2-leaf topped right here a couple of days ago. Right here. And we already grew another set of leaves and getting ready to grow another set of leaves coming out. So that's how fast these girls are shooting up. I mean, I 2-leaf topped right here, right? This is where I 2-leaf topped at. Now it grew a whole other spout with 2 more leaves out right here. Now, granted, when I did pluck these 2 leaves, these leaves were kind of like this, and they were getting ready to, do that. But look, it grew, and look how big the stock has gotten just between here. You know what I'm saying? Like it's gotten a lot swoller right here between here and here. Just crazy. You know what I mean? But yeah, these plants are resilient. These plants are amazing, and I love growing this. But we got 2 beautiful females right here already. And we're going to continue to see what they do. See if we got any other ones want to show me. This looks like. It looked like a female. Yeah, it looks like a female. Yeah, that's a female. So what is this? Another Blue Raz Times Batonian F2 cross with the calf sour. So that's already okay. So that's already, I believe, 2 females and 2 males of the Blue Raz Tom Batonian F2 cross with the calf sour. I need a name for that one too, guys. So I need to come up with a name for that. Hi.
The fish, you're almost done?
Time is it?
Two.
10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yep. 10 minutes.
The pasta is done. Go through the pineapple.
Okay.
Harley fell asleep, so you can just go over and go back.
Well, when she wakes up to eat, when I wake her up to eat, we'll go over it.
Well, they canceled the test, so, but she needs to go.
Okay.
Like this weekend or something. She probably can't.
We'll talk. All right. So I want to show y'all again here. Now look at the girls. You can see they're kind of up now. We go back to full screen. You can see they kind of up. They got their water. You know what I'm saying? They kind of perked back up. Remember, this one was like, feed me. Look at it now. She's perked up, ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Everything's all perked up, ready to go. Everything's full. Like, damn, man, about time. Everything looking good, you know what I mean? Sometimes, that's what I do. I can't always get it right all the way. I can't always be on point. I try to be, you know what I'm saying? But, it is what it is. All right, let me jump back on the computer, guys. We got about 13 minutes left of this show because I got to cook some dinner and go over some homework with my daughter. I appreciate it.
Wait, the water jumps thing open in the
No.
supposed to I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that's weird. Well, I'll have to look at it and see. Okay, what did he say? He said, I have over 800 seeds to grow through been doing mail calls like crazy. Oh, that's what's up, corner store. Yo, that's what's up. I'm glad you're getting hooked up with seeds, bro. That's really dope. Let's see. Get by time. Okay. Oh yeah, I will. I will. Thanks, Sneaky, for the vote of confidence. I really appreciate it. It's not bad. What's up, Miss Lady Spotter? Blaze the Bull, appreciate you tapping in. I guess since I was on my phone, I missed all of the chat. Uncle Lado D. So, guys, we got about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to be jumping off. I'm, like I said, finish cooking some dinner, go over some work with my daughter for her test tomorrow. But, I do appreciate everybody who tapped in today, everybody who's been rocking with us. Yeah, we got the grow off getting ready to pop off real soon. Me and JD will start, you'll start seeing some promo videos going up between with both of us, starting to go up here in the next 2 weeks. But like I said, I've made the mile marker for both of us to hit 1,000 subscribers. So, and that's when we'll kick everything off. And I think that is a good way to start off that accomplishment of reaching 1,000 subscribers. And then also starting off the grow off with the good giveaway and giving away a couple cool things. And besides the beans that might be given away, we're talking about a personal weed tray or cannabis tray. You're talking about your ashtray, a weed leaf ashtray, and possibly some other things. So it's a lot of good things that's going to be happening. I'm going to be talking to some other people that I think would be more than happy to maybe give some things away, maybe add to the gifts. So I mean, look, we already got. So my wife is even talking about she's going to add more. She's already donating $100 to the winner. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's via her. That's via Miss Daly. She wanted to donate the $100. You know what I mean? So, which is all love. I appreciate that. But for the winner, just to get a little roundup of what the winner will get, you get a solid ounce of silver that's worth $60 plus. All right. You also get a ashtray, one of these ashtrays here. You'll get or another one. You also get a shirt. Your trophy. I mean, I'm sorry, my bad. Let me get it right. The trophy is it's an ashtray like one of these, but it's a gold ashtray. If you look at my video, my last short that I did, you'll see the start of the winner. You see the start of the trophies for the first place, second place, and third place. I'm not done. I just want to give you guys an overview of what they're looking like. But they're turning out really, really good. I got the first, second, and third. They're all got some diamonds around it. They're gonna have a pendant in the middle that says first place, second place, third place. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna be able to be sitting just like a trophy. You know what I mean? So you get a trophy, you get $100, you get some beans, you get a T-shirt, and that in the silver. So right then and there, that's over $200 in gifts and prizes. So, well, that's something different. Yeah, and then on top of that, shout out to Uncle Lado D. We have me, John Doe, and Uncle Lad OD have a giveaway that we're going to be giving away a whole starter kit to somebody who's in need, not necessarily in need, but somebody who wants to grow, may not have all the equipment they need to grow. Possibly, I don't know how we're going to specifically run this just yet. You know, we may have nominations. We may have people say, "Hey, I nominate this person because they blah 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 blah." You know what I mean? So we may make it a thing. It's going to be a thing that's going to happen within the grow off too as well. So, you guys just stay tuned in, stay tapped in. We got a lot of things coming, man. And salute to John Doe for always rocking with your boy, being there, supporting. From day one. You know what I'm saying? From day one. So I appreciate that, JD. You know what I mean?
You already know, bro. It's always love, man.
Yes, sir. And just for anybody who watches this live, if you want to support the grow off, you want to add something to it, you're more than welcome to email me. There's my email scrolling at the bottom. I'm open to open to things. You know what I mean? You don't have to send them to me. You can send them directly to the person. You know what I mean? So yeah, we'll make things work out like that. So you never know. This could open up doors for sponsorship for people. If somebody, maybe Vivil's son, maybe Farmer Freeman, maybe, somebody out there that's watching that catches a glimpse of this, like, oh, you know what? There's some up and coming people right here, because people, these sponsorees, they love finding people on the come up that's doing good content and putting good information out there. Yeah, they want you on multiple platforms, and I'm trying to extend my reach to other platforms. It's just, it's one of those things where you get comfortable with something and you not waited, but you were like, I'm gonna put a video, you were hesitant to do it, and you finally do it and you're comfortable with it now. Then you kind of get the same fear going to a whole nother app or a whole nother platform and trying to start something new on there. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead and do it, guys. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get better at it. And, I'm going to get onto Twitch, Rumble. What is it? What is the other one? Discord, IG, you know what I'm saying? All of those things, I think that's good for if you're trying to create a brand, if you're trying to get a menu together, whatever you're trying to do, it's good to be on multiple platforms and to have, things all match each other. So that way people can click on one thing and they can, some users are IG friendly, you know what I'm saying? They like IG, some like YouTube, some like Rumble, some like Twitch, some like Facebook, you know what I'm saying? So if they can go and find that information on you on the platform that they prefer, and it looks the same however they found you, that's a plus. You know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, this motherfucker organized. I can recognize him. I can recognize his shit anywhere, any site that I go, any place I go. I can recognize it because it looks the same. It's not like, oh, this one name here, this one name there, this name here. You know what I'm saying? Where you got on your card or on your info, you got fucking a whole paragraph of shit of different names for all your social medias. You know what I'm saying? So keep that shit tight knit, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just giving a little game that I've learned. As I'm creating my brand and doing the things that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, doing good. See, and the more you put stuff out and do things, you start to get more and more tracking. You know what I'm saying? You start to get more and more confidence in yourself. You know what I mean? You start to be like, okay, yeah, I got this. Yeah, okay. Because once you start understanding the platform, it's like on IG, you start understanding how to post. What's the difference between a post? What's the difference between a story? You know what I'm saying? Like I be getting like, I just want to post some shit. Like, but then I have to look and say, okay, on YouTube, a post. No, I don't want to put a post up because I rather do like a video or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So is the post similar to YouTube? Then you start thinking and your brain starts working. You know what I mean? Then you figure it out. So, and like I said, I'm still learning. But like I said again, I do appreciate you guys all for rocking with your boy. We're about to shut it down now. JD, I appreciate you for rocking with me as always. You know what I mean? Always a solid co-host. Thank you, ID, for coming up and chilling with us. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for everybody out in the chat. Thank you for all the questions. Thank you for all the communications. Yeah, y'all have a good evening, and we'll be back at it for sure on Sunday. We'll have an earlier session on Sunday because I'm off work a little early. So I think we'll start that session at 6 p.m. Instead of 8. That gives that'd be 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that may give some more people and other people a chance to tap in with us. If I decide to go a little earlier, I'll make sure I set it up days before we actually do it. And don't forget to tap in with John Doe. John Doe goes live pretty much every other day that I go live. So pretty much tomorrow you can go live.
Yep.
So tomorrow evening or tomorrow, make sure y'all tap in with John Doe. Me, I'll be tapping in with him as well. I'm always gonna pop up, show some love as well. So make sure y'all come and rock with us, man. We appreciate y'all. So it's always peace and love.
Peace and love, everybody. Spread love, not hate, y'all. One love, everybody. Peace to everybody in the chat.